Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. As you see from the title, this is not clickbait, but right here I have a bin that I paid $200 for. I am looking to hopefully make some profit off of it. It does have a bunch of Star Wars and collectible stuff in it, so I did already look through the bin just because I wanted to have like an estimation of what some of this stuff was worth before I posted the video. But as you guys can definitely see here, there is a bunch of junk in here, but it is not junk. It is gold to us because we are resellers and we make money out of nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this for you guys so you can see what all I got in here.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
What the estimated values are. Leave a comment down below guessing how much you think is in this bin in profit. Just a reminder, I did pay $200 for this, so if you think that it is more than $200, leave your guess down below. If you think it's less than $200, also leave your guess down below. I'll give you a little hint. It's not less than $200. Also, Mac says hi. Hi, Mac. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get set up here so that way we got a good shot of the actual bin itself, and then I can go over it. I'm also going to go over where I got this bin and how I got this bin, because that is going to be the source of probably a ton of my content coming up soon. So I want to go over that with you guys. Hopefully we'll be good to film in some other places and definitely make some huge profits. So I'm going to go ahead and get going through this, and I will see you guys as soon as I'm set up.
Later.
All right, guys, so we got ourselves set up here. I have the bin in front of me and I am obviously behind it. Mac is super sad because I'm right next to his cage and he wants to go in there because he doesn't know what's going on, but he'll be okay while we do this. So let's go ahead and get started with these first couple books here. This figure fantasy book I thought was really cool. I might end up keeping this. It's just like a bunch of like Star Wars characters and stuff like that, all in like unique weird situations that like everyday life rather than just being a figurine. This is pretty cool. I think this was like a $15 or $20 book, but definitely a cool find. Art of coloring. These are like, this is a Star Wars coloring book, I believe. Yeah, so it's a coloring book. It hasn't been colored in yet, so again, probably another like 10 bucks or so. It is a little beat up on the bottom, so nothing major there. These Star Wars figurines, they are a Hot Wheels collab. Now there are 6 of them in the bin here, I believe. So the cool thing is that these I thought were all the same set, but apparently they're not. So there's multiple sets of this thing. So I'll probably end up selling these individually just because there's none of them that are really from the same set. Well, there's a couple, but it just doesn't make sense to sell part of a set rather than a whole set or individuals. So I'll probably sell these for individuals. Most of these I was seeing were around $20, but I'm gonna go ahead and estimate low and just say 15 bucks a pop on these, probably plus shipping. That being said, anything that you guys see here today will be in my eBay store or maybe posted on Amazon. I'll probably post it on both. So if you're an eBay seller or collector, or you like collecting Star Wars or anything of that nature, I can definitely let you guys know that this bin is all going up on my eBay store, or should already be up on my eBay store by the time this video goes up. So that being said, let's get back into it. The next thing I want to pull out here, this person, like, they collected everything Star Wars. So like this is like an Easter milk chocolate egg that like expired forever ago, probably like a couple years ago. So again, not worth anything, at least not to me. Maybe somebody's like whatever, but you hear that? It's literally dissolved into nothing. So let's see here. So I got a couple Gundams here, which is like really off kilter like for what's in here, but I'm not complaining. These puppies usually go for about $10 a piece. Got really excited when I saw an Amazon listing for $100 each, but I realized it was a pack of 10. So each one of these is probably worth about 10 bucks. So there's $20 right there. This next thing I got was this Batman Batwing. I did look this up. I saw anywhere in new condition going for $30 to $35, but in used condition, I'm seeing it selling for about 15 or 16 bucks. So we'll say about $15. So it is like a little RC, like quadcopter type of thing, like a drone. So I thought that was pretty cool to find, especially in like a Batman looking esque thing, but it does look to be sealed. It looks like it was opened but never actually played with. So that's a good sign that this person was definitely a collector. So want to go over this last, so I'll put that down there. So the next thing I got was this Death Star magnetic bottle opener. I did find one comp or two comps on this that were selling for anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks. I think I saw two of them sell for 50. There was like the Death Star and then like the Millennium Falcon or whatever. But this one looks to be in unused condition, so I just marked it as new open box because there's not a scratch on this thing. It doesn't look like it was ever opened or used. So the next thing I came across was these Star Wars 2 mug gift set. Now, it has hot chocolate in it, which is obviously expired. I think this expired in like 2018 or whatever. But the good news is that the mugs are still collectible. So these mugs together probably go for 15, maybe 20 bucks. Probably be a good holiday gift just for somebody to say, hey, like, here's the mugs, but the stuff's expired. I'll get you another pack of hot cocoa or something. But they are very, very cool mugs. I mean, there's BB-8 and Chewie on there. That'll probably go for a decent chunk of change. But that being said, we move on here with a Darth Vader bobblehead. Very, very exciting. It is a Funko branded bobblehead. It is open, so that does hurt the value a little bit, but these things still go for a decent amount of money. About $15 to $20 in used condition. I saw these selling anywhere from $35 to $50 in new condition. So I'm lucky that it wasn't sealed, but still decent chunk of change there, right? Everything we pull out here is 20 bucks, or more, we're doing good. So the next thing I found was Star Wars Operation game. This game is selling for $65 to $70 on Amazon. The bad news is that I'm gated in Hasbro right now, so I can't sell Hasbro stuff on Amazon, or at least certain Hasbro stuff. It really depends. I don't know how they do the figuring out on that, but I was able to sell it on eBay. I do have it listed, I think, for like $38 right now, but most of the comps I'm seeing are from anywhere from 30 to 40 bucks. So I do have best offer on, so usually I'm pretty open to that. If you guys, again, see anything that you like and you want to check out the eBay store, there is a link on the actual YouTube page itself. That's how you guys can kind of help me out if you guys want to help me out early on and you can't really, donate or do anything like that. If you want to get something for your value, obviously, because I don't have merch or anything like that yet, but if you want to get some value out of something, I do have this stuff up for sale. Everything has best offer on it. So if there's a decent offer you guys want to throw my way, let me know you came from the YouTube channel in the comments of that offer. I will definitely be open to working with you guys and selling the stuff at a little bit of a discounted rate for supporting the channel. So that being said, this sells anywhere, I'll call it 30 bucks, okay? So moving on here, we have this Star Wars Build Your Own R2-D2. This is it's like a paper mache type of thing, but it is super duper cool. I've never seen anything like this, and I just thought it would be a really cool, expensive item because it is sealed. It turns out it's only like a $15 to $20 item, so nothing crazy. Most of the stuff in here is not big baller, but I am trying to save the big stuff for the end of the video. So stay tuned for that because we only got a couple more minutes and a couple more things before we get there. So the next thing I came across was this Star Wars Ship Factory. It's like a build your own ship type of thing. It is sealed, I believe, but it looks like it is paper, so I believe so. But it has like working lights and stuff like that too. Again, nothing crazy, 10, 15 bucks. Nothing super duper over the top. I got this this Lego Batman. I don't know what it is. I guess it's like a storage container of sorts, but I thought that was pretty funny to just randomly be thrown in here because everything else is in its packaging or sealed, and this is just like in there. The next thing is this Star Wars Middle Earth 3D model kit. These are really, really cool. I mean, like you got C-3PO on there, you got R2-D2. It is something that you can build. From what research I did, I've been seeing anywhere from $25 to $30 on these in sealed condition. So that's another $25, $30 profit. So real quick, guys, before I go over the last couple of items, the big heavy hitters in this bin, I did want to talk about how I ended up with this bin. I met this very nice woman named Rebecca. She is actually selling her house in a community yard sale I went to. So my friends actually live in that neighborhood, so they reached out to me and said, hey, you need to get to this house. She's selling everything. So I did buy this bin from her with what cash I had on hand. But at the end of the day, she had tons of more stuff. I said, hey, I know you're trying to get your house ready for sale. I don't have the capital to buy everything for you now, but let's go under contract. And she's working with me on that. So I'm going to be selling all kinds of like DC figurines and stuff like that. And what I'm calling the Hoarder series. Basically, her story was her father was a hoarder. She ended up taking over all his stuff. And then on top of that, she ended up having a bunch of people living with her. Rebecca, I hope you don't mind me telling your story if you see this. But she had a bunch of people living with her, so she ended up accumulating so much stuff over time that it was hard for her to empty the house. So that being said, now that she had to put the house on the market, she did need somebody to come in and take care of that for her. So we're kind of sharing custody, so to speak, of a storage unit. Hopefully I'll be able to go in and grab some stuff and take some stuff out as needed. But we are looking forward to definitely going over that stuff in the Hoarder series and see what treasures we're gonna find, get up for sale, see what we can take care of. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's a huge amount of work, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get right back in the video. All right, guys, we are back with the last couple of items. I know you guys have been highly anticipating this. You may have just skipped that last section to get back to this part right here where we're going through everything. So that being said, let's go ahead and grab this thing. So this is not necessarily the most expensive thing on the planet, but I thought it was one of the coolest things out of the box. So it is a Jelly Belly Star Wars machine. As you can see, the little dude cranks, or the little stormtrooper, God, his head's all twisted. The little stormtrooper cranks the little thing, and a gumball or a Jelly Belly, in this case, pops out. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was like a $25, $30 item, but again, out of all the stuff in here, I thought this was like the coolest thing that came up. Next, I'm gonna go over this Transformers Prime Optimus.
A few minutes later.
Optimus Maximus figure, sealed new in box. Now, I was shocked to see how much this goes for. This goes for anywhere from $70 to $80 on Amazon. I did see it selling for about $60 on eBay. That's about what I have mine listed for. But it is super duper cool. One of the bigger Optimus Primes I've ever seen as far as like collectibles and toys and stuff goes. But it's very, very cool toy. Very big. Makes tons of sounds and stuff. Oh, he works still. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's making like gun sounds and stuff like that. So super duper cool. Again, like I said, $60, $70 item. So this was a huge find. I love this. So that was really cool. I honestly, if I had the space to keep it, I might have kept that because it's so cool. The next thing I'm going to pull out, you guys might be shocked about. So I found these Halo Reach pin set in here. And I didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, a pin set from the Xbox 360. Probably not a big deal, right? Wrong. So these pin sets, I had a hard time finding comps on this. I found one set listed for $130 that looked to be in brand new immaculate condition with like all the cardboard in like pristine condition. I found another one at $80 selling with one pin missing. I think this pin right here was missing. But I listed mine for $100 and so far, and like I said, I probably listed most of this stuff before I even shot any of this, but I listed that yesterday and I got an offer 80. I declined it, and then they sent me an offer of 85, and I said, you know what, I'll take it, because, you know, at the end of the day, I thought this was like a $20 pin set. So $85 plus shipping this went for. So just this alone paid for almost half of the bin by itself, not including anything else that hasn't sold yet. So this was really cool. So if you see any type of like old Halo pin sets, old Halo collectible items, they're definitely worth some money. Just make sure that you are doing your research and making sure you're listing it right. Because I probably could have squeezed another 10 to 20 bucks out of these, but I don't really care because, you know, I made a decent amount of money and I'm getting content out of it. So that being said, the last item I would like to go over in the bin. This is what I initially saw that said, yep, I'll pay $200 for this bin. She was like, I'll just give you the bin for 200 bucks. I was like, cool, done. Was this Lego City? It's a retired set. It is a U.S. Coast Guard patrol boat. That's about 450 pieces. That being said, I did see this selling on Amazon for around $300. I can't sell Lego on Amazon, unfortunately. But
that's quite big. Impressive.
The good news is that this set still sells for 150 plus on eBay. So I think I have mine listed for 150 bucks plus shipping. I reasonably expect to get anywhere from 130 to 120 dollars for it. But between that and the pins, those alone paid for the bin. So everything else is kind of just profit. So as you can see from the tally up above, you are going to be able to see the number that we ended up at. Hopefully your comment was close or
Day 2.
but I wanted to thank you guys again for watching the video. The total amount, the $597.09, that is potential profit. That's if you went through Amazon. That's if you went through the route to sell it at the absolute top dollar. So don't think I'm just being like, oh, I can't sell Legos, but I'm just going to put this number here anyways. There is a effort that you can go through to sell Legos. There is a way to get ungated in that product. It may just be time or whatever that most people do it, but there is an actual physical way to get ungated in those things. So I put that number up there to show if you put in the effort, you can make that much money. Now, am I going to do that? Probably not. I don't have the time right now, and I don't have the means necessary to really get ungated in Legos on eBay and Amazon. I don't really sell, or sorry, ungated on Amazon. I don't really sell Legos that very often. So for me to put all that effort into getting ungated and getting the inventory slips, and it's just a nightmare, and it's not really worth the headache for me. If I come across a lot more Legos, then yeah, it might be worth it because I might be missing out on a lot of money. But that being said, I did want to end the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment down below, letting me know what you think about the running tally. I put a lot of effort into that, and I had to learn a lot to actually put that in there. But I did start with the negative and then went to the positive. So all that stuff took me a long time to really figure out. So I definitely appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next week.